I know it's hard to convey tone through text messages and electronic messages, but did you get a sense of like what he is, what he's about, certain things that makes him feel certain type of way?
Yes, a little bit, right? I have a faint idea of what he's like because I experienced. I kind of relate to him when I was undercover. Paranoia, but not in a negative way.
Careful,
very careful, very on point.
So he's still very sharp at his age.
Yes, very careful, very on point. That's
a lot what I'm kind of getting.
Yeah, so it's like even for me. When another cop comes up to me, but hey, how you doing? Blah, like a person I don't know, I'll be like, who are you? You know, like, what do you want? What's your angle?
Yeah.
Right. Or when random people add me online, same thing. Who do we know? That friends in common. Who are you?
The street smart kicks in.
Right. So sometimes I'll call my friends up like, yo, what's up with this kid? What's up with this person? And they'll be like, oh yeah, he's cool. He's so and so. Okay, cool. I'll add him. Right.
Mm-hmm. Strange times we live in.
Yeah. So it's sad that he has to live like that, right? Even to this day, like what is it, like 40 years later, 50 years later, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He still has to live like that because they're still constantly trying to retaliate against him.
Lucky Boys Podcast.
But Al Pacino starred as Frank Serpico.
Yep.
And they made a movie out of it, and that was one of his key roles.
Yeah.
And we have Steve Lee here, who is known as the Asian Serpico.
The reason why they gave me that nickname was during the investigation, when I was undercover, they said this is like as big as the Knapp Commission, which is what Frank Serpico accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, this is like the, like Asian Serpico. So it stuck with me from there. I actually speak to Frank Serpico regularly on Twitter DMs. We exchange messages, and he actually contacts me, like sometimes just asking me about, hey, what's up with this guy or what's up with that guy, and I give my opinion, and we talk back and forth. He's a very isolated person, upstate. He likes his privacy. What
is he, like 80, mid 80s now? 83, 84?
Yeah.
He's got to be.
Yeah, he's up there.
How did that relationship develop?
How did it develop?
It's like, I saw you in a newspaper. I love what you're doing.
No. So what happened was it developed on Twitter, right? Obviously. And I was tweeting something. Somebody tagged me. I think it was a lamplighter project. They tagged me and promoted my story. And then Frank Serpico, I guess he was just getting into Twitter at the time. And he was working with the lamplighter project.
Mm-hmm.
And he retweeted it.
Oh.
So then the lamplighter project reached out and said, hey, look, the Frank Serpico just retweeted your thing.
That must have been surreal for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was like, whoa, this guy's still alive? Like, so I was like, wow, that's beautiful. Like, so I said, thank you for retweeting my stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
And then, at first we didn't exchange, like I try to call him, whatever, or not call him, but I try to tag him. He won't respond or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But then as he saw my stuff progress and saw that I'm continuing to fight the system, he started responding, right? Because he doesn't just talk to anybody. There's a lot of people try to get to him to use him as a co-sponsor or like take a picture with him, be like, hey, I'm Frank Serpico. And then he's very careful who he endorses because he doesn't want to endorse the wrong person. He knows about the systematic racism that goes on in the system. Mm-hmm. He knows about how the system is corrupt and broken. And he's very actively still fighting that.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, he actually still goes to like conferences and stuff like that and does interviews and stuff. And he's still actively fighting it, right? So during my election, what got us like really started talking was during my election, Ron Kim started attacking me and doxing me online. And I showed Frank Serpico that, right? And because people were saying I'm a dirty, corrupt cop, I'm racist. based on only because I'm a cop and I'm running against Ron Kim.
Mm-hmm.
So they just
people as in Ron Kim's people, or just general people.
No, Ron Kim's people.
Okay,
right, and they didn't present any facts.
Mm-hmm.
They just twisted stuff around, and so Frank Serpico tweeted out, when you fight corruption in NYPD like Steven and I had done, you become the target, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so forth and so on. We need good people like you in office, Steve Lee, good luck, right? And stuff like that. So it was a big endorsement for me. I was like, wow, that's great, because a lot of politicians were endorsing me and stuff like that. He was spreading.
You were the new kid on the block.
Right. I'm the new kid on the block. He's the 8-year incumbent that went unchallenged. Right. And he was spreading rumors to everybody saying that I'm a dirty, corrupt cop and that he has evidence on me, right? Dirt on me, and not to endorse me because it would dirty them too if they get involved.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these politicians didn't want to get involved. Right. The only person that did get involved was Donovan Richards, because he believed in me. He saw what I did, and he knows that I did the right thing.
So who's Donovan Richards?
He's now Queensboro president.
Oh.
So he is city council for Rockaways. He's also on the chairman of the public safety board that has a say with NYPD and stuff. Mm-hmm. And he ran for Queensboro president. At the time, his race and my race were going at the same time. So he co-endorsed me and I endorsed him. Mm-hmm. And he won that race. And hopefully he wins again in the general election and becomes Queensboro president. 'Cause he does great work. Like, he's actually out there in the community every day.
Very active.
Yeah, very active. Very grounded.
Even now during these times?
Yes.
That's incredible.
Even now,
that's incredible.
He still hangs out with the people that he began with, the people that he grew up with in the neighborhood.
That's very important. Yeah. I mean,
so he's still going to their barbecues and stuff like that. They're still hanging out. It's not like he gets on his high chair and boom, he's gone, But he's still out there. So that's the reason why grounded, I like them.
He's humble.
Right.
So you guys immediately hit it off because you guys could see you guys have a lot in common.
Right. So yeah, so that's how me and Frank started talking, and during that time, he'll send me a DM, and I was surprised. I was like, "Whoa, he's sending me a DM."
Man, Frank Serpico DMing you,
right,
oh, dude?
Right, because I was like, "Oh, can you come down, or can we take pictures, or can we interview you, as an endorsement type of thing?" So he didn't really answer to that, right? So then one time, I think his cell phone was running out of minutes or whatever, because he has a prepaid, mm-hmm. right? And he was like, just email me, because I don't really check my Twitter. My thing is down. I'm not in a rush to go out and get another card. So, email me. So he gave me his email. And then, I sent him the dirt on what I had on Ron Kim with facts, actual proof.
Right.
So we sent that to him. And then, he looked it over. And that's when he realized, you're really fighting a corrupt guy. I'm going to help you.
Frank Serpico said that. Wow.
Yeah. So it's like, we exchange DMs, and, we just message back casually. It's,
mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm walking with my wife in the middle, he goes to sleep around 10 o'clock p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I'm walking with my wife around 9 or whatever. He'll be like, hey, what's up, blah, blah. What do you think about this guy? And I'm like, oh, I don't really know that guy, but, from what I heard is this, that, and third, so forth and so on. So he's like,
I know it's hard to convey tone through text messages and electronic messages, but did you get a sense of what he is, what he's about, certain things that makes him feel certain type of way?
Yes, a little bit, right? I have a faint idea of what he's like, because I experienced, I kind of relate to him when I was undercover. Paranoia, but not in a negative way.
Careful,
very careful, very on point.
So he's still very sharp at his age.
Yes, very careful, very on point.
That's a lot what I'm kind of getting.
Yeah, so it's like, even for me, when another cop comes up to me, but hey, how you doing? Blah, like a person I don't know, I'll be like, who are you? What do you want? What's your angle?
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Or when random people add me online, same thing. Who do we know? That friends in common. Who are you?
The street smart kicks in.
Right. So sometimes I'll call my friends up, like, yo, what's up with this kid? What's up with this person? and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, he's cool. He's so and so." Okay, cool. I'll add him. All right.
Mm-hmm. Strange times we live in.
Yeah. So it's sad that he has to live like that, right? Even to this day, like what is it, like 40 years later, 50 years later, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He still has to live like that because they're still constantly trying to retaliate against him. He just now got the Medal of Honor for what he did.
Wow.
Just like
So
maybe
then
like
You know what?
like 2 weeks ago or something like that.
Let's rewind a bit. Because I know a lot of people are coming in this and they're going, "Wait, what the fuck is all this?" and let's just rewind a little. Let's go to Steve Lee, the undercover cop. Let's start from there. Like, what happened? What did you whistle? Because they're listening to some. They may not be hip to Steve Lee's past or Frank Serpico, right?
Right. Yeah.
They're coming in this very very new and fresh to
And people might not even know who Frank Serpico.
They haven't seen this movie or yet. So let's start there.